Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Studio Series number 76 Bumblebee movie Thrust. You can see him there in his more Armada-esque color scheme. You can move him off the side there. And we'll look at this box real quick. And yep, I haven't done the Studio Series in a while, so bear with me. You know, non-86 Studio Series. Anyway, yeah, you can see there Thrust in his CG rendering there. You got Transformers and Generations, and you got Thrust there, Bumblebee movie and Studio Series at the top here. You got the little window and weird crap that came from Target with it, and you got Thrust here on the side, and another render of Studio Series and these Voyager class. On the side here, you got another render and a little auto symbol, and it's authentic Transformers. And on the bottom, of course, you got copyrights and all that stuff. And on the back, you have product shots and how many steps he takes, and big screen inspired. And it's the Thrust and the Seekers blasted the Autobot launchpad with missile fire to stop their escape from Cybertron, and you also got warnings and stuff down there. It also comes with instructions, which are pretty straightforward and actually pretty easy to follow. There's one step I kind of stumbled on, but that was actually just me just not pretty paying attention. Anyway, Studio Series Thrust from the Bumblebee movie. He is very green. Instead of red and black, he's green and white. And apparently this is an homage to the Armada Thrust from way back when. You can see that, yeah, it's the Cybertronian jet thing from the Bumblebee movie. You got kind of this weird, downswept wing thing with this weird assembly down here and all this stuff. And they got the thrusters, which are, aimed upwards and all this weird things. And yeah, looks kind of alien. Looks kind of weird. According to my flight nerd friend, this cannot fly. So I'll just take his word on it. But yeah, looks rather nice, actually. I was thinking about getting a version of this mold, but decided to pass on Starscream just because I didn't want another Starscream. Pass on Blitzscreen because I was just upset that wasn't an actual F4. So Thrust it is. Yeah, because this is a slight retooling, is a slight remolding of Starscream, who's a fairly major remolding of Blitzwing for the Bumblebee movie stuff. So there you go. So yeah, I was just factually wrong. This mold has nothing to do with the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Blitzwing. At best, the robot modes look similar, and they have one or two minor steps in common, but beyond that, they pretty much have nothing to do with each other, and I was going off bad information. I'm probably going to mention it if I call a couple more times for the rest of this review, but just know that, yeah, the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Starscream and Thrust have almost nothing in common with the Bumblebee movie Blitzwing. My bad. Yeah, you can see, it's got three guns. You got these little ones on the wings, and you got this big old one down here. If you want, you can actually angle the wings upward. It kind of looks actually pretty cool. So if you want to do that, you can do that. But yeah, he doesn't really have any real flight stand. He just kind of sits on this stuff, and because the weird thing is because of his weight distribution, he has a tendency. It's really easy for him to just kind of tilt backwards. So there's that. I do not think he has. Does he have a Tamashii stage port? Oh, there's one. There's a Tamashii stage port right here at the very, very bottom right there. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. It's one of those things where it's like if you don't like Cybertron, whether or not you like Cybertronian type molds, but this looks like enough like a jet. I think a lot of people are kind of okay with it. Yeah, real quick comparison stuff. I guess here he is with the Earthrise Thrust, just to give you an idea. Just how alien and different it is from the G1 Thrust. You can see that's very, very different. And I don't have Blitzwing or Starscream, but I guess I got the Jet Shatter. That's another jet. We'll work with it. It's smaller. It's a deluxe class, but yeah, significantly larger jet. But yeah, I guess that's a something. Don't have a lot. Again, don't have a lot of Studio Series. But yeah, I like this guy. Look good. Transformation though, first thing you do is take this gun off and this gun off. Just put them off to the side for now. Take this gun right here. You take all that off. It pegs into three places. You just go ahead and take that off. Okay, so then up here, what you want to do is take this right here and just open this up like that. Lay that flat. Lay these pieces flat or ish against there. You take this whole upper assembly and you want to untab this from the bottom here, like there, and then it comes apart. And then you want to split these apart. So, you can see his head's chilling out right there. You want to come down here and take the arms and extend those out and then move them out from each other, like so. Tab those into the sides like this. go ahead and at this point and to take the wings and move them back like that. From here, you want to go ahead and take this piece and move this out, and then take this front of the nose cone here and untap that and bring it up through these pieces, and then bring them back together above the nose cone like that. Bring this down like that. It's all sitting like that. Then here you want to go ahead and rotate this up. All this pieces up through. Take this piece right here and move this up. Rotate this all up right here until it stops. Bring this down. There's a little thing right here. It'll kind of clip into this long tab right there. So bring this all up to look like this and click that into place. So go ahead and rotate the arms down like that. Then take the hands and move those out. So, and rotate that bicep. Go ahead here and want to go ahead and rotate the legs around like this so they're open like this. On this side, you want to go ahead and fold this up and fold it up right here. Untap this and take this piece and fold that up like that. Bring this down. Take the foot, bring it out, so, and then take this and collapse it into the leg and collapse that against the leg. There you go, that's one leg done. So again, I want to take this piece, move that up, untap it from the side of the leg, bring it down, bring the foot out, and then collapse this into the leg, like that. I guess move that out a little bit. Take these black pieces and extend those out, extend that out. So back here for the wings, you want to take this and it's on a little slider thing. You want to slide it out all the way. Rotate this around 180, and then we'll fold this in half and tab it together like that, and then rotate it up like that. Same thing on this side. Extend that out. Rotate this around. Fold this in half, tab it together, and fold that up like that. Then you can go ahead and take these the guns and they'll tab in, or not tab in, they'll peg in. There's little shallow pegs, and they just peg in these peg holes right here. Like so. Peg those in. And there you go. You pretty much have thrust in his robot mode. Right. So, robot mode here is again, pretty good looking, I think. It's a very interesting take on I guess the Seeker thing, the whole Seeker thing. It looks pretty good. It's a very nice shade of green, that's for sure. It's this is one of those things that for me, it's just like, you don't really see green Seekers outside like Acid Storm or something. Occasionally, you don't really see, green Seekers like this, and he looks really good. And they also further differentiate him from Starscream because he has this little pointy thing above his head, I guess. Could make him a cone head. I get it. Yeah, you can take his gun though. It's actually, it's kind of shallow peg and doesn't work. It's kind of weird, not great connection, but you can, peg into his hand. And now he's got his gun. Although again, kind of a weird connection because it kind of forces it to be at an angle. Either it's at an angle or it doesn't connect super well. So it's kind of a weird thing like that. It's just kind of a, something didn't quite get designed right, I feel. But yeah, so he's got a gun there, and he's got his guns up here. You can kind of hold these two, but again, they're very shallow pegs, so not super well. You can hold them at least though. So there's that if you want. Again though, not super thick peg or long pegs. Yeah. Overall, again, like I said, it looks really nice. You can see some, bits of blitzwing, like the feet here are still very blitzwinging. This whole weird thing right there, kind of a remnant of blitzwing. But yeah, looks great in my opinion. It's pretty solid overall too. The only thing I would actually complain about on this, besides this, the gun doesn't tab in. It's easy to knock the guns around, these ones right here, because again, the shallow pegs. And this wing right here likes to not like to stay up. You can see it's very floppy. It doesn't take, it doesn't take much for me to, if I mess with it a little bit, it just kind of wants to, it doesn't like to stay up very well. Versus this one, goes up all the way against it. This one doesn't like to, this one likes to stop short and, if I try to push it to where it's supposed to be, it just wants to flop down. So that kind of stinks. But yeah, overall, very solid, I feel, figure. Very much a solid figure, I feel. Articulation, though. His head is actually on a ball joint, but unfortunately, thanks to the cone thing right here, it's kind of weirdly limited. You can get it to move, but yeah, it's not easy, and it's easy to accidentally pop it off the ball joint. You can go look at left a bit and right a bit, up a little tiny bit, down a bit, but trying to move it too much has a tendency to make it pop off its ball. So there's that. Shoulders can technically go all the way around, although the wings kind of get in the way of that. Shoulders can also go outward. Bicep swivel. Elbows, get a very nice bend there at the elbow. The hands can bend down because of transformation, but no swivel there. There is a waist swivel, which doesn't happen very often in Studio Series figures, but notice this one doesn't have to license, so it's able to pump up the budget a little bit. So he's got a bit of a limited weight swivel, but it's enough, I think, for most, if you want to get any decent poses out of it, because then it starts banging into the backpack. Hips forward about that far, back, well, technically that far. You have to kind of squeeze it past the wing though. Outward about that far. Got thigh swivel, knees, pretty decent bend, a little over 90 degrees, just a tad. Ankles, they can tilt a lot, a lot. And there's actually a little tiny bit of forward and back. Not a lot, but enough, I think. And on top of that, you can also make the wings, adjust the wings how you want. You got this hinge, you got the slider thing, you got this, you can twist this, you can pose the wings however you want them to be posed. Well, not however, but you got a lot of options for how you want to pose the wings. Pretty decent robots, to say so myself. The only real complaint, a couple of those. Just basically, this wing doesn't like to stay up, and these pop out, and the head is a little limited. It's limited just because the new sculpting they added to make him more cone head-esque. Quick comparisons, though. Here he is with Earthrise Thrust. As you can see, is I guess equivalent. See quite a bit of difference, and he's even taller. More involved transformation too. That's the other thing I want to say. The transformation is very clever and very involved, but not overbearing. So it's real nice, and kudos for them to figuring out a pretty good transformation like that. Here he is with Deluxe Shatter, the jet version. Just give you an idea there. Here he is with the Studio Series Bumblebee movie, the one that I reviewed a long time ago. Now you can kind of get pretty easily if you get one of the 2 packs. There, the one with Dropkick in it. Again, very tiny. I think that's actually correct. I can't remember ever. I just remember Blitzwing kind of towering over Bumblebee, and he should be the same size as Blitzwing, so I think that's correct. And again, just for completionist sake, here he is with a Studio Series Optimus, who he's actually roughly the same height as. Actually, maybe a little taller. Weird. Not sure that's correct, but yeah. There you go. He's roughly head to head. They're roughly the same height. Thereabouts. And one thing I did forget to mention, because I always forget with these Studio Series figures, is he does have his backdrop. Which this is backdrop of Cybertron. You can see that. Yeah, you got just kind of the Cybertron from the Bumblebee movie. You got Transformers over here. You got Studio Series and 76 up there. And of course, the Bumblebee movie logo down there. And yeah, you can just kind of, pop them on there, and there you go. Have your backdrop if you want, or like me, just kind of once again, another thing that goes in the recycling bin. Whatever you want to do there. Yeah. So that is Studio Series Bumblebee Thrust. Bumblebee movie Thrust, I should say. I like it. I like it a lot. It's got a nice, interesting green. The green and, I guess, off-white bonish color looks really good together. The yellows also really pop. Really clever transformation. I think it looks really well. The jet mode's very interesting and different from pretty much most jet stuff you get in Transformers. And yeah, the only thing is just for mine is I've got a floppy wing. The guns don't peg in super well, and the head's a little limited thanks to the molding. But I think he's really worth it. And honestly, if you're looking for one of these Studio Series Seekers, I think this is I personally think I like this one a lot. Starscream doesn't look bad, but I don't need another Starscream. But so it's like, yeah, let's just go with Thrust, why not? And of course, for me, Blitzwing was just the whole F4 thing. It's not an F4, so I didn't want it. Yeah, I think he's great though. It's just solid figure overall. Just fun to transform back and forth too. So that's it. I hope you like this. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. Check out my coffee and my Patreon. And I'll see you next time with another video review.